people who knew killers' stories. According to Reddit, number 15. A kid I went to school with from 5th to 8th grade. He was always a dick, typical class clown, but with a mean streak. When we hit middle school, he was always making comments about and to girls that were incredibly inappropriate. I never liked him and hated being around him. He ended up getting into meth and shot his mom and dad in their sleep while high. His mom died and his dad survived, but was severely injured. Last I heard, he was crying crocodile tears and saying that he regrets everything and wants another chance. But knowing him, it's total bullshit. Well, effed up, man, to say the least. Hello to Greg, Toxic, Godslave, Linda, Bratata, Goku, Belle, Bradley, and Otaku. Here's hoping you guys had an interesting night. And that you guys don't do anything as hard as meth, my god. A lot of people are going to want a second chance regardless of what they do. Of course you do, it's human. You want people to treat you kindly, but there are things you come back from, and there's, getting high and ending a life of the person who brought you into this world? Oh boy, I don't think it gets any more gnarly than that. I mean, and the dude edits to say that he did it while he was in the later years of high school. I mean, it doesn't get any sicker than that. Unfortunate to say the least, but impressive in a way that's just kind of sad. I think if you're a parent and you raise a kid and that kid does that, you can just try to rationalize that it's the drugs that did it. But no matter what, man, you raised that little monster. You raised that kid. And it's crazy to think about, but that's the truth of the matter. So we continue up this list. We arrive at number 14 here. There was a kid I went to high school with who always gave me the creeps. We had a lot of mutual friends, so we always ended up hanging out, and it always made me feel really uncomfortable. Our senior year, he gets suspended for like a week because someone had found and turned in a hit list that he had made. You little shit. No one really took it too seriously. About 3 years after we graduated, he was in the news for murdering a man in our town that he barely knew. He told the police that he held the man's eyes open so that he could watch his life leave his body. What kind of video game, evil, Shao Kahn type bullcrap is that? You know what I mean? Oh my god. Sometimes you have to wonder, though. This is going to be a Kyle thing that I'm kicking off the list by saying, which is messed up, but I don't know, man. I guess I can't be anybody but me. So, this is all explosively hypothetical. The Kyle channel does not condone the act of moida, but in the event that you were in a scenario where maybe you were, maybe you were just out of your mind, like tripping balls. You're really high. Maybe, the emotion is taking over you. Maybe you've come in, you've walked in on your woman and she's taking it from some guy, and you're just like, you pieces of human, like, that's it, you don't deserve life. So you go crazy, you do this thing. Do you think to yourself, okay, well, I'm in trouble now, because there's no way I'm really going to get away with this. Gun made noise, people probably call the cops. When they come to investigate, it's a done deal. I can't get this body out of here and take care of all of the, cleanup before shit hits the fan. And I hate to be as real about this as I am, but that's the truth of the matter. Do you decide to go maximum crazy, not literally, but make it seem as if you're crazy? You know what I mean? Do you decide to start doing things where if it was described in a court of law, people wouldn't have to think twice about whether or not you're properly insane, you know? Is Kyle implying that you should probably look up a list of things that you consider the most insane thing that you've ever heard of, and then, you know, just like mentally put them in a lockbox so that if something like this ever happens, boy, I don't want it to be something you're considered for when it comes to the insanity defense. I want it to be a slam dunk, guys. Kyle loves you enough to be honest with you, to equip you in a way where if you are up shit creek, at least you have a paddle. You understand? Now, I want it to be that when they're describing what you did, people's faces in there are just like, oh my God. You know what I'm talking about? No sane person would do this. Put him in the loony bin so he can have some comfortable time for the rest of his days. You know what I mean? Not the prison. Oh, jeez. So, you know, I'm just saying, you know, I'm not even going to go into what crazy things might entail, but, you know, you've seen it. You've watched a serial killer documentary. You've seen any number of things where you thought to yourself, oh my God, you want to, whoa. Oh, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. As we continue up this list, of course, we arrive at number 13. I was friends with a girl whose dad ended up being discovered as a serial killer. I never discussed it with her, but she's very defensive over it from what I've heard.
Isn't your dad like, we don't talk about that? But, like, does that mean, like, you are gonna be like,
You want to find out?
whoa, everybody watch out for Becky. She's being crazy. Like a dad.
Like her dad. Oh no. She's really defensive about it. How do you get defensive when your dad's a serial killer? Do you get what I'm saying? This is the interesting word here. He didn't just drop one. It wasn't once or twice or three times a lady. He made a habit out of this. This dude was a habitual killer? Someone says she's an impossible situation. She may well just want her privacy and for her not to be asked about it. What could she say? He's her dad. Boy. You know, what can you do in a situation like that? Would you say stuff like,
Yeah, you don't want to get on my bad side.
That's not funny, Becky. That's not funny.
Anyway, let's roast Becky. Look at this girl. Look at her dad. Oh my God. Oh man. And you know, I heard it's because he didn't like where they were from. Whoa, it's not bad enough. He's a murderer. And now he's like a racially charged guy. All people are equal. Damn it. Becky's dead.
Number 12. Okay. I worked with someone that killed someone in self-defense. That's not murder. You people just can't help yourselves answering these questions. I didn't believe this story, which is probably why he served time for the incident. The story that he told, wait. The person says, I didn't believe his story, which is probably why he served time. Let's find out who this person is and why they're so relevant. The story he told was that he was having sex with some girl and her husband came home and found them and immediately just attacked him. He said that he didn't want to fight him, but killed him in self-defense. Some months after we hired him, we got word that he also had some, oh my God, kid diddling in his criminal record. Yeah, okay, bro. Once that word spread around, he disappeared. He had stolen stuff from coworkers before he left. 2 weeks later, he was robbed and killed outside a bar near work. Probably talking too damn much. Probably talking too damn much. I'm not implying that, some people just don't get unfortunately marked for robbery and then murder, but shit, man. This guy. You caught a criminal case over something like that? Ew, bro. Ew. Dick Kickham says she made him get on his knees and shot him in the back of the head in the woods and claimed it was self-defense. Oh boy. Women. The story of a lady. She's not in the mood. You know what I mean? She's not in the mood. So we continue up this list. We arrive at number 11. When he said there was a teenager, his mother and his stepfather lived around the corner from me. My mother knew them better than myself, but we all thought they were lovely. A couple of years ago, the son went to the hospital several times asking for help. He claimed he had voices telling him to kill his stepfather, but each time he was released and told to come back. A few weeks later, during a small argument, he stabbed his stepfather to death in front of the house. He turned himself in the next day and wasn't convicted because he had sought help before it happened. Oh, well, maybe you're a kid. You get away with shit like that. Maybe you're a kid. What a loophole. No way. You're a kid. That's why you got away with it. What? Instead, he got treatment. The treatment he needed. Man, I bet you that stepdad got the treatment he needed. You know what I'm talking about? Here's the thing. I like to think that stepdad must have sucked. It's a rude thing to say. It is all hearsay, conjecture, speculation, hypothesis. It is a bit educated, my guesswork. Because most kids just want to be left the fuck alone, stepdad. So unless you're injecting yourself into their dumbass world, stepdad, why would he want to, you know what I mean? It's help he needed, yes. Schizophrenic for sure. I mean, why? I don't know. Maybe you can develop malice towards a new guy that's in your mom's life. If you want mommy's love. But in this day and age, boy, you know what people want? You know what little Billy wants? He wants mommy's credit card for some goddamn V-Bucks and a PS5, mommy. That's what Kyle wants. I'ma need that PS5 credit card, mommy. Goo goo gaga. Nice dude. See y'all later. I'll go to the hospital and say, listen, if I don't get this PS5, it's gonna be like 1 stab, 5 stabs. I can't stop. I lost count. It's just a joke. I apologize. Bradley says, when I was a kid, there was this guy in my neighborhood that shot each of the 12 dogs that he owned, then his wife and himself. Okay. All right. Okay, bro. You know? All right. It's a lot of dogs. How do you get them all together? You know what I mean? And don't dogs freak when you shoot one? Well, oh, God, don't make us picture the scene. What if the dogs loved him and didn't understand what was happening? Well,
that's most likely what happened.
Holy shit right there. This is why I was in love. Guys, I don't know if you remember, there was this one bitch in the park, a white woman who was being told she needs to have her dog on leash because it was the law. You know, something a lot of people just think that they can break, you know, as long as, as it's them and not anybody else. They get to break the law. So, reminding her of the leash law, this woman just decides she's going to call the police and tell them that this guy that's asking her is black and that she's in trouble. And the whole thing's recorded, so she is just being monitored. Just, the theatrics on display are otherworldly. And not once, not twice, but 3 times this lady on the phone with the fucking police. She lied. She lies on the police and says that she's in danger, and this man, fully intending for the police to show up guns blazing to neutralize the suspect. You know what I mean? This dude poses no threat to her. He's like, hey, bitch, put your dog on leash. Do you get what I'm saying? That's the law here. So as she's, on the phone and grabbing this dog, at a point she starts choking the dog, And this is why I was in love with the video. It's a terrible thing to say, but I know, unfortunately, that there are many people who are going to watch this, white people, unfortunately, who aren't really going to feel sympathy for the black man that, is having this person lie and potentially threatening the life of by having police officers that, just show up guns blazing, shoot first, ask questions later. You know what I mean? But when they saw that little dog yiping and whimpering because this stupid bitch was choking him, ooh, that's the easiest way to make a villain. That's the easiest way to make a villain of yourself. People are not going to like that. And I'm so glad that she fucked up so consecutively. I'm talking back to back. You know what I mean? Right on video. It's not bad enough that you're lying. It's not bad enough that you're racist. It's not bad enough that you're lying, racist, and lying to police officers with the intention of somebody that is not harming you, facing what? Physical fucking action, baby? What if the police showed up and gunned this man down because you lied on camera? Would you go to jail? Probably not. Because you can afford representation. You can afford the law to come and decide, she was distressed. She was probably scared that this man was approaching her, telling her to put her dog on leash because it's the law. He's a fucking bird watcher. He was a bird watcher. God bless this black man in his old age, walking around a damn park looking at birds, and some dumb bitch with a dog off leash. You know what I mean? It's just life, and we got to deal with that. Dia and I were watching some cop videos earlier today. I can't help myself sometimes, dude. And I've never seen little dick energy this profound in my entire life. This dude had this black guy in a car, and the black guy keeps yelling, I'm 17 years old, I'm 17 years old. And whether that's true or not, irrelevant. I don't even care, But the cop gets cuffs on the dude, okay? And he's waiting there for another police officer to come so that they can, better escort this person into the car. But let me tell you something. This police officer won't stop running his mouth and telling this kid to shut the fuck up. And it's like, let the suspect run his mouth if he wants to. Issue him his rights. Let him know he has the right to remain silent. You know what I mean? But instead, you have this little boy handcuffed, all right? You're waiting for assistance. You keep telling him to shut the fuck up while he's calling for his mama, as he rightfully should as a black man with your dumb ass. You know what I mean? You have him in cuffs. Then the cop takes out pepper spray and sprays the dude in the face. This is not like, I'm making this up. Here's my favorite part of the video, though. When this dude gets sprayed in the face, point blank, already in handcuffs, he's still sitting in his car, by the way. The cop is like holding him and he's sitting in the car. The dude that got sprayed in the face point blank with the pepper spray, he spits the spray out. And because the cop is all up in the dude's, driver's seat, bruh, he takes that full on in the face. So bad that some of it gets in his mouth. Hilarious, really. This dude sprayed the guy, and the guy spit, and it got back in the cop's mouth. In case you want to watch this later, let me just pull this up for you, give you a little bit of what's going on here. So again, the comedy is, for me, that he already got the cuffs on him. He's just holding him, waiting for backup. This dude's not trying to run away. Like I said, the bitch is cuffed, and you spray him in the face, he spits it out, it's in your mouth, and then he just starts getting angry. He's like, you spit it in my mouth. I'm like, bitch, you gave him the ammunition. Why did you need to spray a dude that was already handcuffed in the seat? You gave him the ammunition. So funny. Oh, how did I forget, Dia? How did I forget? This dude is handcuffed in his car, not trying to run, not trying to get away, just running his mouth as anybody would do. And what does white officer do? He said, what do you need a gun for? Guess what white man does? He puts his hand on his throat. And of course the black dude is like, choke me, bitch. Choke me. That's all you're about. Cause your dick is that small. I love it. As a police officer, you need to be psychologically, mentally capable of de-escalating situations and not letting people get into your head. You need to be above it. I hope you got a wife at home. I hope you got some kids. Just go home and forget about all of this bullshit, because work is work. And if you need to arrest this motherfucker, do that. You got him in cuffs. He's sitting in the car. You're waiting for backup. Why you putting your throat, your hand on his neck like you trying to choke him, you know? You mad that this 17-year-old got a bigger dick than you? What's really going on? So if having your hand on his throat wasn't enough, while you had the hand on his throat, you're going to spray him with pepper spray in the face? What, so Whitey can say later that when he died, oh, he died on his own, you know? It had nothing to do with me pepper spraying him into the mouth and the nostrils. You know what I'm talking about? You got your hand on his neck. Just in case you're a bad enough shot that you can't point blank hit him with the pepper spray.
I'm not choking anybody. He's right. Get in my face. Stupid
bitch. There it is. And he's all like, and this sprays in my face.
30 whole track.
You idiot. You idiot. And boy, does this cop complain. Watch this video. Watch this video. This cop complains. You spit in my mouth. You spit in my mouth. Imagine if I'm in a fight with somebody and I gave them a gun and then they shot me. You motherfucker. Did you just His mom comes out and goes, can I give him some water since you sprayed him in the face with pepper spray? And he's like, get me some water, because it's all about you, cop. You know what I mean? I want a jury to see these kind of videos. But listen, if you know anything about the justice system, you know most of the time, these tapes, this body cam footage is not going to make it to any kind of trial, to any kind of jury for people to see so that they can, make a decision based on that evidence, because the force by definition is excessive. Am I implying that all police officers are bad? No, but it's just when you see such blatant disregard, when you see that this dude is so hurt, he feels so small, and compared to this young black dude, what does he have to do with you? Why is he so, why is he making you feel so inferior? That's what I don't understand. You got your hand on a man's throat when he's handcuffed in his car. He's not trying to run, and you go pepper spray him in the face. And then when he spit it back out, like, what should he have done? Swallow it, you dumb cunt? What are you going to spin that to in court? Some kind of lawyer would just sit there and have a field day. Was waiting too difficult? You've never heard a perp. You've never heard a suspect or somebody that you got cuffed run they mouth, dude? That's they right. Tune that shit out. But you're so triggered. Oh, I can't stand this guy. Oh, you don't get to talk anymore. I'm gonna choke you. I'm Officer Dick. I'm gonna fucking choke the life out of you. Oh, I'm gonna pepper spray you in the face. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. You're not mentally capable of this job. I've seen women police officer better than this. And I don't mean to imply that women don't make good police officers. I mean that among the men and among the women, one of us is supposed to be more prone to emotion. But this man is demonstrating that he is emotional. And that's not a good fit for this fucking job, my dude. That's not a good fit. People want to run their mouth. Let them run their mouth. Why you letting it affect you? After you book this motherfucker, you need to go on about your business and enjoy the rest of your day, officer. You're the one doing the arresting, but he's arresting your feelings. It's like, God, when he was mad, he got that pepper spray in the face. Where else was he going to spit it? Should he have spit it in the car? Should he have tried to swallow it? Maybe it would taste better going down. You sprayed enough pepper spray in the dude's face for him to get a mouthful enough so that when he spit it back out, it retained the consistency necessary to make this bitch start crying and water. It's the funniest thing you're ever gonna see. And I wouldn't laugh at it if, he wasn't roasting himself. How about that? Don't dunk yourself. You know what I'm talking about? What have you done? What have you done, officer? As we continue this list, my bad. Whatever. D and I do watch some amusing videos. There was another one where a dude was impersonating security. No, he was impersonating police officers.
He was a serial impersonator.
Yeah, like he does this all the time. This is how he lives his life. And then police officers showed up and was like, "What are you doing?" They were like, "Bitch, where the handcuffs?" Oh my God. Linda says, I decided to spoil myself and finally get an electric blanket. After years of wanting one, I unboxed it, plugged it in, and was about to turn it on and snuggle in and discovered a large cut. Y'all know how dangerous an electric blanket sounds? I mean, more power to y'all if that's what y'all want, but a blanket you plug in? I don't know. Bro, Donald Trump posted at 11:56 just the phrase, I won the election.
You need to stop giving this man attention on your stream.
It's funny as hell to me, Dia.
I'm sure that it is, but you shouldn't be giving this man exactly what he
I
wants.
get to give this man attention. You see every day on this channel I come inches away from being shut down. So I get to say what I want to say. And what I want to say is, Dia, I watch this man. I watch Donald Trump. I don't give Donald Trump attention. He is the president of the United States. And whether or not I pay attention to him or not, people will pay attention to him. So staying abreast of the things that he is up to is necessary as a citizen of the United States. So when I see his tweets, and I love to save them, oh, why does the fake news media continue to assume that Biden will be president? I won the election. All of this bullshit that's stirring up his dumb supporters. You have to wonder, is this man trying to incite violence when Joe Biden takes the seat as president?
Yes.
Should this be allowed?
No, and guess what?
Why doesn't Twitter step in? Twitter already, bans most of the things that he says. Why don't they just take this fool's account away and give him another platform to do this? Because I genuinely believe that what he is doing is stirring a bunch of people under a false delusion. And there's nothing like anticipating something that doesn't come to fruition. And the longer you've been anticipating it, the more upset people get. So, I don't feel this fool should be allowed to stir all of these morons into believing, oh man, yeah, it was rigged, it was this, it was that. Do you get what I'm saying? Because we sat down and we ate our cereal when they fucked Bernie Sanders out of the fucking the DNC.
Because some of us are sane.
But now the same thing's happening and they're allowing this baby to slap at the, it's not really him. I know somebody is responsible for the tweets, but it shouldn't be something that we're seeing on the president's Twitter account. Get him off the platform. Deplatform this dirty motherfucker. Because it's worse than war. It's worse than sedition to me. The idea that you're just rallying these people under the belief that if it's not going to be me, then it won't be anything. And prepare, you know what I mean? Because some people are that basic. Some people don't have anything going on but their belief in this motherfucker. It is no different from a religion. So Toxic says it's like true cult bullshit. It is. It is.
The difference between him and everyone else is that he's president. So of course they have to be a little bit more delicate with it.
Zai Lawrence, I agree that it's fun to watch him melt down, but there are people who are genuinely stupid enough to lock and load when the day comes that Biden takes the office because they're dumb like that. And there should be measures taken to make it so foolish people like that don't have a beacon as high up and official as the president for however much longer that lasts, able to just Ooh, I think we're gonna be looking at something crazy. That's kind of why I'm saying it right now. You ever see somebody say something that's more like a, I don't want to call it a prophecy, but boy, oh boy, I don't want to call it a prophecy.
We can all agree that this man is trying to rile everyone up.
I just hope everything goes smoothly.
Whether something happens or not, you know, and unfortunately, I hope, and you know, how things are done now are very different from back in the day. But we had people like Kennedy. You know, he didn't last very long because people are fucking crazy. So, I'm sure that they have things now prepared for anything. Just like when everyone was upset when Trump was gonna be inaugurated because he won the presidency, I'm sure that there's gonna be plenty of people doing the same thing with Biden. It's just a matter of how good security is. So, you know.
I think you're insane. I think you're wildly underestimating the issue.
I'm not underestimating the issue. I'm just saying, you know, hopefully nothing bad happens.
I'm gonna say it to you like this. You know how stupid people are.
And we even heard.
It's as simple as this. When you look at this man's tweets, they're all shit like this. I won the election. You know what I mean? It was rigged. Biden cannot ascend to power is the term that he uses. Ascend, Dia, because it will threaten democracy. It will threaten what it means to be American. Many people with the Confederate flag that are marching somewhere in protest that want people to stop the count, as ironically un-American as that is. Do you know what I mean? That are being made to genuinely believe that dead people are voting. Any number of dumb conspiracy theories, Dia. They are, Dia, going to be moved to a point where they will refute what is an official presidential candidate taking his seat in office. And they're going to go out and they're going to be foolish. My point right now is, if we could stop Trump right now, it would be less bad than it potentially will be if he keeps this shit up. This I won the election shit, you know? When you start beating a drum to a certain cause, you get a couple of people interested. But the longer you beat that drum, the more attention you get. Not everybody's going to stop. Not everybody's going to join, but you're going to get more looks. And sometimes just the amount of people in the midst of the beaten drum will make people start talking. What this dude needs right now is no attention. You know? And I think when y'all saw, if y'all are following this dude like I was looking at this dude, man, his Twitter account was updating. I'm talking like 10 to 15 times a minute. Just like somebody is sourcing all the dumbest tweets that are in support and just retweet. It's getting crazy. And I just don't want things to get crazy. All right. But we'll see where it goes. King said he want to go to the comments. Ban Trump from Twitter. I feel terrible to agree.
We all agree that he should be, but...
Because, like, yeah, I mean, but he's not even running it at this point. This isn't him. Oh, whatever. Somebody said, my wife told me she voted for Biden. As we speak, we are getting divorced and I'm leaving for Vietnam. Paper signed, everything's done. Absolutely disgusted with the 2020 elections. What a disgrace. Somebody said, this is sad and embarrassing. You're damn right. And there's Christians, evangelical support. What do you say?
That some religion is stupid?
What?
Fucking crazy. They're called.
Someone's having electile disorder. I like that. I like that. Oh. Why is he baiting us with shit like this? We can't let him bait us. He baited me. Shit. I looked at my phone and I was like, what? You fool. I'm sorry. The first time I met him, Jose, he was a friend of my ex. Something immediately just seemed off about the guy. He was sneaky, lying, cheating, but not good at it, like he was dumb. A total narcissist as well. I told my ex to keep his distance, that Jose would not only get him into some crap, but not only did he set my ex up to be robbed, Jose snitched on a bunch of other people and finally snapped on a stranger in a fit of roid/roid rage and stabbed him. The guy he killed was fairly young and a good kid. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. I hope that a-hole rots in prison. Oh boy, I'm wearing the wrong thing to be streaming because I'm properly hot now.
Well, then take it off.
I can't take it off, Dia. You're in the room.
So, just turn off the light. If you're so
Are you
freaking
saying
good.
Nelly Furtado? Turn off the light?
And I say, follow me, follow me, follow me, down, 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 down.
One day you guys are gonna wake up and I'm gone, dude. Kyle can't even stream Bug Snacks without YouTube freaking out. I'm dead serious. Look, enjoy this while it lasts. I'm sure you guys have your backup fucking content weirdos to turn on and just get nice and, what's the word? Background noisy. CB3 says, I think the only reason he is acting erratic like this is because the Feds/FBI have stuff on him and are just waiting for him to get out of the presidential seat. Listen, I told you before, Dia and I were watching this video about how historically nothing has happened to an ex-president. Nothing. Nothing.
Because I had asked you if
Historically.
Jason ever saw any justice being served to him, and you're like, nope. And then we looked it up.
And again, politically, as terrible and you know. Ew. Bradley, what? You know what? That sums Bradley up, honestly. That makes a little bit of sense. You know what I mean? Be like you talking to somebody and they say something like Inuyasha's their favorite anime. Sums them up. Sums you right up, Bradley. Got him. What happened?
I said, if it's a girl, it's understandable.
If it's a girl, it's understandable? I don't know. Inuyasha's a very, 30-year-old woman anime to have as your favorite. Did you know that?
Not at all.
Inuyasha's an anime for girls that are, old, but they pushing it. How about that? If anybody in here likes Inuyasha and you're a girl, I'm so sorry if I have hurt you. You know I love you, okay? It's okay. You know? It's not your fault. Continuing up to number 9. Honestly, this girl I went to high school with killed 2 chicks that she babysat. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm sorry, let me finish the entry and then geek. Honestly, this girl I went to school with killed 2 kids that she babysat and then their mother. Before that, I would have told you she was one of the calmest people in the school. Would have never suspected that she would do something like this. Dia,
What?
your friend is the type of person that people would trust with their kids.
Yeah, Michelle.
And I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but some people that, sometimes parents just want to party and they will go with whoever to guard their bitch ass kids from killing themselves / just make sure they don't run out the house or get into too much trouble and burn down the house, whatever it is. You know what I mean? But some parents, when it comes to kids, they're way too in love with their kids to deal with anybody other than somebody they genuinely trust. And that's what a babysitter is. Someone who is so disarmingly trustworthy that you could trust them with your kids. This chick killed the kids and the mother. It's crippling because I would go as far as to say, I've had women in my past do me dirty, Dia. But I bet I'd need to trust a girl more than I trust my significant other to want them to be alone with my kids. Because it's not just killing them, you know, or burning the house down. Like, they could potentially be gross with the kids, you know? Like, I certainly don't trust them enough to not have a camera there.
Yeah, we have cameras everywhere.
Certainly don't trust them enough for that, no matter who.
Would you tell them?
Of course not.
Okay, good.
What you mean, would I tell them? They need to act right. You know what I'm talking about? I wouldn't judge them, you know, as long as they weren't stealing or doing anything wrong. They could invite somebody over and fuck them, you know, as long as they weren't doing anything wrong and they were watching the kids, making sure they were okay. That's what we're paying you for, you know. This isn't a personal favor. You aren't family. I'm paying you to do this shit. Is it wrong to record babysitter? No, that's my house. My bad. Oh, we just have cameras up. Oh, I forgot to turn them off. You know, we have kids. We got to make sure everything's all well. You know, damn.
No, I was just asking if you would.
No. I was just doing that as kind of like a defense to the idea that, oh, you shouldn't record a babysitter, but maybe I'm recording my kids, you know? Because they matter to me like that. Is that wrong? Talking about my hypothetical kids that I don't have. As we continue up this list, my bad. Number 8, okay? You know, I moved to a new town when I was 19 years old, and I was making new friends at my new job. I met this girl at work, and she invited me over to hang out with her and her best friend. I went, and the best friend's boyfriend was there. And the vibes were like way off. I was like, hey, do you have any weed? And he was like, no. And I was like, ugh, I don't like this guy. I was uncomfortable. Okay, that part was not a part of the story. I'm sorry. I was uncomfortable. He was cold and just seemed angry for no reason. They had mentioned to me before he got there that he was always controlling and had hit the girl before. Turns out controlling was an understatement. She came home one day and he was digging a hole in the backyard, and she asked what he was digging. And he replied, your grave. He hit her and then said if he can't have her, nobody could. So eventually she left him and had to get a restraining order and everything. He somehow persuaded her to get in a car with him on her work break, and they went missing for a few days. Turns out he stabbed her to death, threw her in a river, and killed her. I met the girl only a few times, and him only the once, but the face that I was in such close proximity to... No, the fact that I was in... She wrote face. The fact that I was in such close proximity to someone capable of that gives me chills. She was so young, it was really sad. So let me say it like this. Ladies, let me say it like this. I want you to know what a villain I am to some of the dumb bitches in my life, you know? Lying on me, getting my freedom taken away. Some bitches invent that they and I were together and then lie to everybody on the internet. Some hoes talk to me one time and then don't talk to me forever. And then when they try to get a hold of me again, I'm not immediately available for them. So they get so mad that, you know, they're spinning all kind of stories and they're getting extremely upset and they're deciding this, they're deciding that. I want you to know, if you are capable as a woman of cutting certain people off, full stop, like you ghost people every day, what's making some dude have so much power over you? The dick can't be that good. He can't be the only sexy motherfucker that you've ever met. When he's digging a grave for you after he hits you physically, you know? I understand we have fetishes, no kink shaming, but you can find other people to share and enjoy that kink with. Why would you get into your car with him? That was the last decision that she made, or the last dumb one. She got into the car with this dude on her break at work. I don't know. When you see the red flags, guys, don't ignore them. When people are showing up, trying to convince you they've changed, don't believe that. People gotta prove that stuff. People gotta earn that stuff. Zylorn says, pretty sure my bandmate killed an unborn child. He was always a piece of shit. And wait a minute. You mean like he punched somebody? And recently he got busted for multiple charges, one of them being kicking a pregnant woman. Ugh. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ. Seraphin Full of Bear says, were these girls pick-me's? I've never seen that phrase before in my life, but contextually, I'm going to assume that, yeah, based on the way that it sounds, they definitely were. And one of my ex-girlfriends, unfortunately, was the type of girl that saw and pounced on me in a manipulative situation that I was too young to see through at the time. It wasn't inherently malicious. Nobody got fucked over in this instance, but it didn't make it any less deliberate and premeditated. You know, people just got a series of events. They're gonna take this person's phone. They're gonna send this. They're gonna make it appear this way. They're gonna set up a friend of theirs to say the exact right thing. They're gonna, you know, they're gonna go to the lengths. They're gonna go to some lengths, and that's what some people do. But I can't imagine that after you guys have a falling out, and you're aware, you're completely aware of the types of things and the measures that they've gone to when they liked you. You know, what about now? When they've made it clear that they're over your shit and they can't stand you and that they're just unhinged, and it's like, if I can't be with you, then the monster the whole time. Let's go get some coffee. Oh my god, I'm going over this river. Wait, are you stabbing me in the back in midair? What the fuck? I thought we were going to get coffee. I thought you would put all of this digging my grave behind me. I'm stupid. Damn. But do I deserve to die? The Kyle channel does not condone the idea of stupid people deserving to die, no. But make some better decisions, homie. You know? I can't even talk about that kind of stuff. That YouTube is coming for me, man. Everything that I do is offensive. Everything that I say is offensive. You know? I want you to know how offensive Kyle must be. I want you to know how offensive Kyle must be if being black is not saving me, because woke is good these days. Maybe I need to put myself on camera and be like, look at me. Huh? What you gonna do? You gonna ban a black man? I'm a good guy. I'm me. Let's get woke together. Oh, man. You know, I won't even survive long enough to get my PlayStation 5. Will it all have been worth it if I can't say that? I don't think it will have been. You know? You do what you want, a willa won't ya? Sex me so good I say blah blah blah. Work it. I need a glass of water. Boy, oh boy, it's good to know ya. Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. It's and if you got a big butt, then let me search it and find out how hard I gotta work it. If you a fly gal, get your nails done, get a pedicure, get your hair did. Boy, lift it up, let's make a toaster. Let's get drunk, that's gonna bring us closer enough. Why is this like this? Why do we have to be like this? This is only day 2 of no PS5. Okay. I read some shit in the chat all the time, and this is taking a cake. I'm glad I got hit by a car. Did you guys think I'd deliver it like that? In my brain, look, my brain is really good at taking lines. It's because I'm a professional. It's really good at taking lines and delivering them in the funniest way possible. That's the funniest read of that line. I'm glad I got hit by a car. Let me find the right voice to it. I'm glad I got hit by a car. I don't know. It's somewhere in there. It's somewhere in there. Dia, come over here and read this for me so you guys can see what not funny sounds like. Dia, read what I've highlighted. Read it in the mic. You didn't know?
What did you highlight?
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Give me a so. It's gone. Damn it. There it is. There it is. Okay, fuck. Right here. Whoa. Right here.
I'm glad I got hit by a car?
Yeah, you call that a delivery? Get out of here. You know? It's all in the boobs.
Shut up.
I'm glad I got hit by a car.
I'm glad I got hit by a car.
Nah, come on. Oh, boy. Number 7.
Delivery. Yeah.
I worked at a box store about 20 years ago. A guy I worked with was always off. Maybe this wasn't the right music for this. Maybe I can find the right music for this.
Maybe it was all in the delivery.
You know, it's DiGiorno's. It's DiGiorno's. I worked at a box store about 20 years ago. A guy I worked with, thank you, Def Boyle, forgot to say that, was always off. He would give away pocket knives to other employees. One day, he came in with scratches all over his face. He had snuggled and murdered a disabled girl the day before, using the pocket knife that he had given our co-worker later that day. Jesus Christ. It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno. See, it's all in the delivery. You laughed at that. That's not funny.
I wasn't paying attention.
I'm glad I got hit by a car. That it's all in the I'm glad, you know? Because it kind of has the
You said read this. You never said, oh, try to read it in a funny way.
well, it serves my purpose.
No.
Hey, hashtag give Kyle a PS5. Can we get that going? Damn. I've never seen a hashtag I agree with so much in my life. It speaks to me on a spiritual level. Spell spiritual. Spell it.
Why?
Give Kyle not you, somebody in the chat.
No. I'm asking more why is like, whenever you come up with a new stupid way in saying something,
Spiritual.
you always have people try to spell it.
Why not? Why can't I be interactive like that?
Can you be interactive in other ways?
You know, I should go the opposite way, right? You know what you want? You know what you want?
Besides being like, oh,
Next time I say
here
not
is
just a
my
dumb
wish
word,
list.
not just a dumb word, deal, but the next time I say anything, I'm gonna demand silence from everybody. Nobody say anything in the chat at all.
That you had a fit.
And if you say anything, I'm gonna delete it all, and I'm gonna ban you. You know what I mean? Amazing. God, I hate you people. Should let them know they suck. No, that's not how I wanted it spelled. Forget it. God, you did well, Bradley. Thank you for interacting. Unlike some of the people who come in here and they're not even subscribed, but they're here every night. And they don't like the video and they don't say anything to me, even though they have the ability to get me a PlayStation 5. I believe in
There
you.
we go. That's the interaction.
That's what it's all about. That's what you knew it was gonna go there. You just knew, huh? Yeah, right. Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah. And then he gave them the pocket knife. Oh my! You know I have this one noise. You remember the noise? It sounds like this. Oh my
I
God.
can't hear anything.
Okay, good. Number 6. Damn, baby, calm down. I never suspected a thing. She was the nicest woman, and I even let her babysit my cousin when I had custody of him for a little while. She was my neighbor, and everyone loved her. She grew gigantic titties, so perky and delicious, mouth-watering. Wait, maybe these were actual pumpkins. She was always outside, so everyone interacted with her a lot. I moved away, and a few years later, I was shocked to hear The story from my family and friends who still lived in the area. She was married to a man. I knew him from my time living there. One day he was just gone, and her pumpkin seemed to grow much larger. I'm sorry, I miss some good old bullshit like Stephen Hawking. I'm sorry, I'm so smart, it just overrode. Stephen King.
You bitch.
Stephen Hawking stories. He writes some bomb ass creepy stories. I'm sorry. That's really funny. Like, she kill a man and then the harvest plenty ripe this year, Jesus Christ. She was married to a man. I knew him well. Not well, but I knew him when I was living there. One day he was just gone. She was all beaten up. She said that he beat her up and had left her because he got another woman pregnant a few towns over. We never heard from the man again, but didn't really have a reason to. She would mention every once in a while that he was still harassing her and was even beating up the other.
It was even beat up on occasion.
Oh no, yeah, she was being harassed and was even beat up herself on another occasion after his disappearance. He was self-employed and didn't really have any family. No one suspected anything. 3 years later, she was dating another man, and while dating this man, the police had been investigating her for stealing money from the grocery store that she worked at. This is why when you commit hard crime, you need to calm it with all the other bullshit, because they'll get you. They went to the boyfriend's cabin, where they both were, to arrest her. She came to the door, said, "Okay, let me put on some clothes." The police waited at the door. The police then hear 2 gunshots. They run inside. She had poured gasoline and set the house on fire, then shot her dog, then herself. It took some time to get the house fire under control. But once they did and began investigating, they found another body in the basement that didn't die in the fire. But several days earlier, the body in the basement was her boyfriend. Then they began investigating further and found a blue 55-gallon drum in her backyard that contained her husband, Dia. She killed 2 men and her dog, and she was suspected of stealing from a grocery store, and that's what led the police to her freaking house where she gunned herself. Holy crap. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. Maybe if you had some men in your life and some good pussy, you wouldn't need to be stealing from a grocery store, stupid. You're a murderer. Damn, lady. Whoa. Zy Lawrence says there was this dumbass on Twitter who bragged about scalping like 20 PS5s and trying to sell them for $900 to $1,000. He got doxxed in like minutes after because he had his full name on his handle. Well, that's not even the worst that can happen. You advertising that you got a bunch of PS5s, you know what I mean? And you were screwing people out of their money? What a dick. I wish people would stop. I wish that I could acquire what I should have. Am I not pretty? Am I not kind? I just don't deserve it. If you're listening to this from the future, the wish list link is in my description. Boy howdy. Ooh, yes.
I'm not condoning the killing of the husband, but the husband was beating the crap out of her.
It doesn't make murdering her new boyfriend fine.
Yeah, no, not that guy. But But I mean, I guess I understand the husband, not the dog, and not the boyfriend.
Where this bitch knew to put a man in a drum? Where do you learn that shit from? You a gnarly lady, you learning how to put a dude in a drum. No damn well ain't nobody gonna find his ass unless they come snooping. But your dumb bitch ass out here fucking stealing money from a grocery store? What's really going on? The redesigner says, read the edit. Here we go. Edited to clarify what the body in the basement was the boyfriend and to correct the time frame of the disappearance. He's just saying that he corrected himself. Many have asked for the link to the news article. Is that what you wanted? You just want some oh, look at the pumpkins. Oh, look at this is a drum. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is that what she looked like? And she was a murderer. A murderer. 7 years ago, somebody said, wow!
7 years ago, man.
Oh, Bernadette, you always have the craziest input. Jennifer said, wow! Ashley said, wow! Wow. You housewives. I like Verna. Verna was like, great piece. Look at these articles. I'm liking what I see. Keep it up. Oh my god. Oh my god. So we continue to number 5 on this list. You know, I had an employee on my work crew acting strange. Wouldn't listen to direction. Had goofy, huge sideburns. Ooh, that's the worst part. He ended up going to jail for a short time. When he got out, he shot his GF and her parents?
Why? Why do they always kill the parents?
I want you to know. I'm not sure. I don't have any input on this because it's just tragic and awful and disgusting. You know, a lot of people give people shit because they don't know what tough or awful is, but when awful like this happens, because of a relationship somebody chose to have, people are losing their life. It like literally turns my stomach to think about. Hiccups now, stress hiccups. Why let it get to me so hard thinking about it? Yo, that could be anybody. That could be any of us. Some moron could let somebody into the family. That's why I know some people do background checks on people because they're just trying to make sure, you know, they're not letting in a killer, a murderer. Unbelievable.
Killer murder?
Mm.
Is there any other type of murder?
Iodine says, reminds me of that PlayStation 5 woman who worked for Bayer, killed her husband and put her ex in a drum. Put her in a drum. Real 30 drums. Speaking of death, my first job was this airport parking lot where it was a popular suicide spot due to a short-term parking having 9 floors. I can't imagine, you know, what was on those people's mind when they were deciding that this is the way it needs to go. Did somebody cheat on them? Were they running out of money? What was the real problem?
We may never know.
Never know.
That was scary.
Number 4 on this list. A great uncle shot one of my great great uncles for trying to fondle another family member. And I'll let y'all read what's in the parentheses there. So, turns out everybody was tired of his shit, so the killing was never reported. That's what a real family is, Dia.
Damn, yeah.
That's what a real family is.
Most people would be like, oh, you should get over it.
oh yeah, you should get over it, you know, he's family or some fuckboy shit like this. God, I can't stand what people are. But that's what a real family does. Nobody quite knows where the body is buried, and fuck him, he doesn't deserve a marked grave. Disintegrate this asshole. How hard is it to be a person that seeks consensual anything? Because even the people who like have a kink for non-consensual stuff, it's technically consent. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's consensual, non-consent.
My guess is he was just thrown in a river, and it was better than what he deserved. Spit on that entry. Number 3. The murderer that I know was more of an acquaintance or casual friend. He lived down the hall from me, and we hung out sometimes, but not like just the two of us. Still, we chill at each other's places regularly. Where am I gonna get? Whenever I think of chilling, Dia, you know what I'm thinking of?
What?
I'm thinking of that. I'm thinking a little bit of that.
Smoke weed every day.
You know what I'm talking about? What's the point? What's the point of you? Oh, we gonna hang out? Ugh.
What's the point of
Ugh.
living if we're not doing that?
Well, we gotta talk. Where's the weed? Where's the weed? All right, I passed him out. No, sorry. I passed him one day in the stairwell and I said hi. He said hi back, but called me by the wrong name. He was really distracted. It was kind of awkward. He didn't make eye contact, he just kept moving. I remember thinking, maybe we don't know each other as well as I thought. Later, he was playing Nintendo with my roommate when I came home. He apologized and said that his mind was elsewhere, and a couple of days later, there are cops all over the building interviewing people and searching his place. They found the guy's roommate with a bullet in the back of his head in an abandoned lot across town. The next day, he confessed.
Damn.
You know they were playing Mario Party. I apologize for that joke. It was uncalled for.
And it wasn't funny.
But the timing was very well executed. It wasn't funny to you, Dia, because you probably never played Mario Party on the N64, have you?
No.
That's a different world, and you have nothing to do with it, Dia. You think it's bad now. Mario Party on the N64 was where some murderers were born. It's not a joke. Only people my age are gonna know. You know, man, losing them stars. Ooh, because it's not a game of skill. That was the craziest part about Mario Party, is you could be amazing at every fucking video game that you touched. Do you understand? Just like Kyle. But it didn't matter, because somebody could take what you've earned. Win all the mini games all you want, man. One coin flip, one dice roll, one RNG based game of chance will take people's stars and make it theirs, you know? Monopoly's a dumb game at the end of the day where people are just gonna get grumpy, and it's like, why do you care so much about this? But I like the reason that Mario Party is a bigger deal than Monopoly to me is because of the stakes. You know, you don't start off in Monopoly figuring you're gonna use your skill to win and you know, win, because sometimes Monopoly doesn't go that way, and you need to start the game under that impression. But for some reason, no matter what in Mario Party, you feel like you can fuck this one up. You can do it. Maybe some people are that way with Monopoly too, but man, ooh, to have it taken away. Damn.
It sounds like you.
If I had a YouTube channel back in the day, I'd talk about how there were trapped, cursed spirits in the game of Mario Party, and how they were trying to find wayward souls to attach themselves to, and only through frustration could they live a new life. Dia? PlayStation 5. So we continue to the last 3 entries on this list, that one being one of them. Number 2. He was seemingly happy. He had a backpack full of probably stolen Super Nintendo games, and he was over to my place to play regularly. The last time I posted this, I said he killed another teen in a drug-related turf war. I looked up the case afterwards, and it was actually 2. Well, when you're with the wrong crowd, it is what it is. That's fucked up. Some of us are lucky that we weren't born in, like, geographically in the wrong place, to where perhaps, you know, we felt like we needed to join this, or we had something to prove, or the peer pressure may have gotten to us. You know, thank God we have the internet, man. We may be able to get into the wrong stuff in many ways, but at least we're not leaving our house. Jesus. Some of us anyway. You know, go have that fun. Social people. I'm not one of you. Number 1. My bio dad ended up murdering my stepmom. Everyone in my family, my mom and 2 older brothers, definitely knew something was up. He had severe anger issues and was very abusive. Some of the earlier memories that I had of him were of him choking one of my brothers. He even almost choked my mom to death a couple of times. How y'all let that happen? This little nigga standing around letting that shit go down. You know? Obviously, my mom was smart and divorced him, and he didn't want to see him kill my brothers. Maybe she didn't because it wrote he.
They.
Whatever. Years later, I come home from school and my mom and stepdad take us all to the side to tell us that he shot our stepmom and was currently in jail. None of us were surprised. If anything, I was just so grateful that my mom left him. It's so strange that I am directly related to a murderer. Jesus Christ. Well, pretty gnarly, pretty crazy, pretty terrible. More importantly, I want you guys to kiss the air. This stream is a part of you. It's one with you now. You were here. You were part of the live experience that is this stream. If you want notifications of when these go down, you know, join the Discord. There is a link in the description to the Discord, and you can know when it goes down, because YouTube can and will delete many of these it'll delete many of these videos. Scary stuff. Hope it doesn't happen, but we can't know, we can't see. Here's hoping it doesn't happen. So guys, I love you to death. I wish you the best. I hope that you stay out of trouble. And Disney's profits plummet as coronavirus keeps its core businesses flailing. Well, Disney ain't looking too hot with the way they were dealing with Marvel's Avengers either. Haha. Y'all let that happen? Oh, good for this guy. Look, some guy made a post saying that they're high right now. Good for you. Read this crap. I've never been high before. Okay, whatever. Good for you. I had a 10 milligram edible. Would I have 10? I think I would. I'd probably have about 12. I think I'd have about 12. 3 to 4 hours ago. 3 to 4 hours it took? Damn. Or maybe he's been up there for a while. About 3 to 4 hours ago, I've been waiting for over 3 hours. He says he's been waiting for it to kick in and he felt nothing. I gave up and decided that it's not going to happen. So I got up to, yeah, he got out of his chair and that was it.
Yeah.
He probably fell over, dude. I guess that's what it took, because holy shit did it hit me. I've tried walking to the kitchen. I've tried to walk into the kitchen and it's like, ugh! It's like, you know what it's like? Oh my God. Oh my God. Drunkest man buys. Let me just say drunkest man ever, see if the video comes up. This is my shit. This is one of my favorite videos.
Especially with the music.
And there's this part where he's just fighting gravity. He's like, I can't. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. There's this one part where he's standing up and it's like he's Neo, man. You know what I mean? Oh my God. Look, if y'all haven't seen this video, I'm dead serious. Watch this video. It will put a smile on your face if you've never seen it. One of my favorites. Old school internet for you. Back in the day, back during that 4:3 aspect ratio. What do you guys know about that? Have a wonderful night. I love you to death. Stay amazing. You're incredible. Man, I'm hot. Bye.